Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel where we rethink aging and reclaim our power. Today's topic is a vital one, protecting our parents from elder abuse, especially when it comes to greedy siblings or other greedy family members. Elder abuse isn't always about physical harm. It can also be about financial exploitation, manipulation, or isolation. Unfortunately, sometimes it's family members who cross those boundaries. So today I'm sharing practical steps and important legal advice to protect your parents and keep their dignity and assets safe. Step 1. Set up key legal documents. One of the most important things that you can do to help your parent is to get their legal documents in order. Here's what to prioritize. Number 1, the Durable Power of Attorney, a POA. This document allows your parent to appoint a trusted person to make financial decisions if they become unable to do so. Now make sure that this document is durable, has the term durable, which means that it stays in effect if your parent becomes incapacitated. And then 2, a healthcare power of attorney or advance directives. Now, these documents allow someone to make medical decisions on your parents' behalf and outline their healthcare wishes, like life-saving treatments or end-of-life care preferences. And then 3, the last will and testament. Ensure that their assets are distributed according to their wishes, not subject to family squabbles. And then 4, a revocable living trust. Now, this may be a good option to avoid probate and provide more control over how assets are distributed. It also allows for better privacy and protection from financial exploitation. The next major step is watch for the red flags of financial exploitation, such as sudden changes in bank accounts or large withdrawals, unpaid bills despite having enough money to pay those bills, a sibling or family member who becomes unusually involved in financial matters, or maybe if they're coming around a lot more often, but they never had time before. Changes in legal documents, such as switching beneficiaries on accounts or life insurance. Now, if you notice these red flags, it's time to take action. You might want to consider a locked file cabinet where whoever has the POA is the only person who has a key, or maybe a safe deposit box for those very important papers. And then number 3, build a circle of trusted professionals. It's very smart to involve unbiased professionals to help safeguard your parents' interests. Consider an elder law attorney. They specialize in legal issues that affect seniors, including estate planning and preventing financial abuse. And then 2, financial advisor. A trusted advisor can help monitor and manage your parents' finances with transparency. And then 3, a CPA, certified public accountant. They can help track financial records and identify unusual spending patterns. This all comes in handy if you are busy with your career, your family, your own finances, and everything else, by having a professional who has their eye on those records. You can also, if your name is on their bank account, or investment accounts, if you're the trusted person, you can also set up alerts so that you're emailed immediately. Now, number 4, encourage transparency and communication. You want to encourage your parent to share information about their finances and legal plans with a trusted family member. Ideally, You, if you have the POA or someone who truly has their best interests at heart, suggest that they hold a family member to discuss their estate plan to reduce confusion and prevent disputes. This also helps because you have other witnesses who hear this meeting. Record it as well and put that information in a safe deposit box or something like that so it can't be edited. Just an idea. Step number 5, protect their home and property. Another area that you want to this is another area that you want to safeguard. You want to have in place a title protection to ensure that their property deed is in their name and hasn't been transferred without their knowledge. Homeowner alerts. Many local governments offer alerts for changes in property records. This is also great because I know there was a scam that was going around outside of family members where people would keep an eye on the elderly who are living alone by themselves, and somehow they were transferring their records, their property records, ownership to themselves. Just so it's great to set this alert. This can help you catch unauthorized title transfers. Also, make sure that valuables are cataloged and properly stored. Number 6, document everything. If you suspect abuse, document it. Write down the dates, the conversations, the bait statements, and any suspicious behavior. This will be crucial if you need to involve authorities or to seek legal action. And then step number 7, know when to get authorities involved. Elder financial abuse is a crime. If you suspect exploitation, contact the Adult Protective Services, APS, in your state. Speak with an elder law attorney, and in extreme cases, report fraud to local law enforcement. Now, I know we're talking about family members here, so it depends upon what you feel comfortable with regarding involving another family member with the law. My thought about that is that they're willing to steal from their loved ones. Bets are off. I'm sorry. Especially my parents. You wind up in jail, you wind up in jail. I know these conversations can be tough, but knowledge is power, and love gives us the courage to act. Protecting our parents from exploitation isn't about creating conflict. It's about ensuring that their golden years are filled with peace, respect, and security. Now, I'm going to share something personal. Most of you, if you've been here for a while, you know that I took care of my dad for a while. I uprooted myself from Santa Monica, California, moved briefly to Dallas, Texas to be near my dad when I started, recognizing that there was changes in his health, and eventually moved out here to the East Coast when I realized that Dallas wasn't going to work for me as far as having a career, but all of it was in anticipation of preparing to take care of my dad, which I did. What was a shock is the one relative, his nephew that we called Junior. I didn't know him well, but probably maybe a few years before my dad got sick, or at least before I recognized it, he was coming around, he was coming in town, staying there. But it was really more not necessarily about turns. I wasn't about spending time with my dad. It was about being near the woman that he was dating pretty much. And my dad gave him a place to stay. Anyway, but I thought he was someone that I could trust. He would take my dad to the doctor when he started getting ill. So anyway, when my dad's memory got worse, what happened was I received a out of the blue call from my dad's attorney, who told me that my dad's nephew had been calling him and asking him, why can't I access his money? Why can't I get into his bank accounts, etc.? Because I'm helping out, whatever. So that alerted me immediately. Although I was here in the DC area, when it was time to move my dad out of the doctors, like he can no longer stay alone, which is when all this occurred, I had to move like in silence. Pretty much. I didn't say anything to his nephew, but I was aware of what was going on. So when I went out there, I started packing up the house, etc., and made the moves that I need to move, got my dad where I felt safe, and did what I needed to do to protect his finances. He was still in Alabama. I tried to do that for him when I had to put him in an assisted living. So the nephew still had access to him, and I had to help with the pandemic as well. My dad was probably in the assisted living maybe a month, 2 months at the most, but the nephew was still making moves. At this point, he was a little bit more blatant, trying to turn my dad against me and lying on me. So I thought I was about to have to get police involved or whatever. And I didn't have as many rights with him in the assisted living. They informed me that my dad could basically, I guess he could check himself out. I forgot what was it wasn't as safe for my dad as I thought it was. So I wound up making moves when the pandemic hit. My nephew couldn't visit. So that was a blessing. And so I had that as well as the pandemic, which was my motivator, is I'm going to go get my dad. It's like I wanted to keep him in Alabama, which was his wish. But between the COVID and my nephew, I need to protect my dad, make sure his money is there to take care of him, etc. Because I believe, in my opinion, and I'm going to say allegedly, that he was trying to get everything he could. Some money was missing from his house. I still don't know. I do believe it was that person, but I don't have proof. But there were some things about his history that I was not aware of. So I'm saying this to you as a warning. Protect your loved one. Unfortunately, sometimes those that we have to watch the most could be the person that you think you can trust to help you out with your loved one. So be aware. Do what you need to do for their safety and security. And the money that they have set aside for themselves, that's for them. Whether you need to pay for their doctor bills, etc., etc., that is their well-earned money, period. So if this video has been helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. Let's continue building a community where we support each other and those who raised us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.